Yes, good morning, class. Do you hear me? Yes, class, do you hear me? And can you see my screen properly? Please let me know through chat window. And everyone, yes, everyone, please turn on your cameras. Just Saad Anjum, he has turned on the camera. Otherwise, I can't see anybody else. Yes, Hijra and Hijra Ali Hamad Madni. These students, they have turned on the cameras. Okay, beta. Now we are going to start our lesson for today. This is our lecture number 5. This is our lecture number 5. I want to. Nobody has told me that whether my screen and voice both are clear. Please start writing in the chat window quickly. Start writing in the chat windows quickly. Yes. Okay. Fine. So this is our chapter number. Lecture number 5 and chapter what is science. Okay, now stop writing and please focus on this screen. This is part 4 of this chapter. 3 parts we have covered in the last week. Sorry, in the last week, and now this is the part number 4 of the same chapter. What is science? Inshallah, from 23rd August, when you will be in the school, we will recap all the topics which we have covered in online sessions. Now, I'm going to explain you a table that is being given on page number 7. Please open your page number 7 and show me the table of hazardous substances. Please show me the table in the, yes. Saad Anjum beta, there is a table. Yes, Hamna Usaf, Aliya Uzair Bhatti. Yes, turn on the page. Turn on the page after safety rules. After laboratory safety rules, I think this is page number 8 or 7. I don't remember. Where the table for hazardous substance. Turn on the page, Aliya. बेटा इसके बाद वाला पेज. Yes, Aliya, इसके बाद वाला पेज. Yes. Show me, Aliya, show me. Yes, Hijra. Yes, this is table 9 point. This is table 9 point. What is the table number? Hazardous substances, page number 8. No, साधनजुम इसके बाद वाला पेज. इसके बाद वाला पेज. Yes. Yes, beta. Yes, this table we are going to learn today. This is very important. Write down important on this table. On the top where the heading is given, table for hazardous substances, write down important. So today we are going to learn about the hazardous substances. Then first we will see what we have learned in the last classes. We have learned about the contribution of scientists, general safety rules to follow in the laboratory, and the scientific method of study. Now today we are going to learn about the hazardous substances and their handling. This is the table. Can anybody write down? Walaikum assalam, Fitra. Can anybody write down the table number in the chat box, because I don't remember the table number and I don't have the book in my front. Yes. Table number. Yes. Now today we are going to learn about the hazardous substances. That what are the hazardous substances? First, we will look into the meaning of hazardous substances. All the dangerous substances which are, just a minute. Yes, hazardous substances definition. A hazardous substances, look at here, a hazardous substances, any substance that has one or more inherent hazardous property. That includes flammability, explosiveness, toxicity, others. Okay, so what happens when we learn about the hazardous substances? We have so many things in our mind. Like you can see, hazardous substances are chemicals that can cause adverse health effects. Here, the types of hazardous substances are mentioned, like reactives, toxins, flammables, corrosive. Besides these four, there are so many hazardous substances which we are interacting on our daily basis. So hazardous substances are chemicals that can cause adverse health effects such as poisoning, breathing problems, skin rashes, allergic reactions, allergic sensitization, cancer, and other health problems from exposure. Okay, so this is the table which you have in your book. सचुअली मेरे पास साइंस की बुक नहीं है, जिनमें से ली थी वो क्लास 7 में है, तो उनको so okay fine, yes, this is table number 1.2 and over it is written symbols of hazardous substances. Here 3 columns are there. First one shows the symbol. Second shows the type of hazardous substances. Okay, type of hazardous substances. Then third, how do we handle them? Means their proper handling. So first one is the flammable substances. How do we pronounce it? Flammable substances. And their examples are petrol and alcohol. What are their examples? Petrol and alcohol. So how do we handle them? We should keep flammable substances away from fire or heat. We should keep flammable substances away from fire or heat because they can catch fire. Flammable substances, when we bring them near open fire, they catch fire instantly, like our hand sanitizer. If we bring the hand sanitizer near the burning fire, it catches fire. That's why it is a flammable substance. You know about the petrol, alcohol, and so many other substances which can keep fire instantly when we bring them near fire. So we should try not to bring them near the fire or heat, or we should place them or keep them away from fire or heat. Next is explosive substances. Let's check the definition or the examples. Here I have so many things which are listed as flammable substances. Okay, methylated spirit. Spirit we use normally at home for different purposes, for cleaning oil or something like that, or nail polish remover, or our perfumes. We also use spirit in our deodorants or body sprays, perfume. These are all methylated spirits, and if we bring them near fire, they can catch fire easily. If you look at the can of body spray or bottle of perfume or deodorants, you can read that it is written in the precaution that it is a flammable substance. I will bring some can of deodorant or body sprays when you will be here in the school, and we will learn that whether is it written on the can that it's a flammable or not. Okay, understood? So methylated spirit, petrol, kerosene, benzene, these are all types of diesel or oils. So these are the flammable substances. Now we will check the examples, more examples, like here examples of flammable substances. There are so many things given, like wood. Sorry, this is something. This belongs to fire extinguisher. Yes, flammable liquid, alcohol, propane, solvents, paint thinner, fuels such as gasoline, kerosene, aerosol cans. Aerosol cans are the cans in which the body sprays or mosquito sprays or disinfectants are being provided. So these are called aerosol cans. So combustible liquids which can flammable or combustible both have the same meanings. Combustible liquids, oil, greases and lubricants, oil based paint. So flammable substances are combustible, means they can catch fire easily when we bring them near fire. Okay, understood? Understood class? Safe handling. How do we handle them? Use only approved containers to transfer liquids. Keep container closed when not in use. Label containers properly. Take only the amount needed for the job. Okay. Now next is explosive substances. Now here you can see explosive substances. What are explosive substances? They are, the examples are mixture of hydrogen and air. Explosive substances usually explode. What are these? They usually explode, means phad jana. Okay, blast kar jana. Okay, explosive substances usually explode, like bomb or deadly weapons. They are all explosive substances. When heated or lit, they explode out. Use them according to the instructions given. Okay, how do we use them? We use them according to the instructions given. So examples of explosive substances. Let's check the examples of explosive substances. Yes, look. Yes, like explosive substances of deadly weapons or other explosive substances which we use in our daily life, like those substances which are used in our daily life for cleaning purposes, and they are mostly dangerous, so we cannot use them. Mixture of hydrogen and oxygen and other substances which are deadly and they explode when we heat them or bring them near fire. Okay, like here highly explosive substances, they have shown us the deadly weapons like the bomb and other material which are highly explosives, right? Examples of, like here, examples of low explosive, this category includes black powder, chlorate powder, fireworks, flash powder, natural gas, air, smokeless powder. You all must have seen the fireworks at different occasions. These fireworks, the material that is being used is explosive substance. That's why it explode when we lit them. They explode in the air, and these are dangerous. Okay. Now next is, again we are going to, next is corrosive substances. Examples are strong acid and alkali. Avoid direct contact with corrosive substances which can cause burns. If we touch bleach or acids which we use at homes for cleaning the washroom or for opening the drain system, at times they are kept so in with security measures. They are kept that nobody can touch them with open hand, and we keep them away from children because it's very corrosive. It has a strong acid in it and alkali which can burn our skin. Okay, when it comes in direct contact with our skin, it can cause burns. So wash off and spilled acid or alkali on your skin or clothes with plenty of water. Means if it comes in direct contact with your skin or clothes, please wash it directly with plenty of water. Next is poisonous or toxic substances. Poisonous or toxic substances are mercury, cyanide, chlorine. These are the elements. Mercury is an element, cyanide and chlorine is again an element. We should not eat, drink or taste these poisonous substances. Use them according to the instruction given. Now let's check what the instructions are being given for these substances. For poisonous substances, here so many different examples of poisonous substances given. Let's check poisonous material at home. Let's check first, like alcohol, ammonia, baby bottle cleaner, dishwashing and laundry detergents, disinfectants and bleach, train cleaner, floor polish, and hand sanitizers. Okay, these are all poisonous substances. Sanitizer, though they kill the germs if we use them regularly, but it should be taken care that when we use them on our hand, we should wait for a few seconds or few minutes before we use the hand for eating, before we touch any edible substance, because the sanitizers, they are made up of poisonous substances and they can damage our internal organs if any of the particles can go directly along with the food in our stomach. Okay, so there are so many poisonous substances that we come in contact on daily basis, like here they have shown us. Like here you can see medications, miscellaneous, cosmetics and personal care, substance cleaning substances. There are so many. If you say why medication, some medicines are not safe for these are not actually the medicines for taking in the mouth. They are using for external use only. They can be used externally only on the skin or something like that. So these cannot be taken through mouth. So they, because they are not safe, they are poisonous. Likewise, some cosmetics and personal care products, cleaning substances, these are all poisonous substances. Here the handling, it is written, put all medicine up and away and out of sight. Common household substances that we use, cosmetics and personal care substances, cleaning substances, analgesic, cough and cold preparations, pesticides, vitamins, and art and craft, office supplies, antihistamines, alcohol. These are all the poisonous substances which cannot be taken, which cannot be taken without proper instruction. They can be used according to the proper instruction. Okay, right? No, Fazra, no work will be done today. We will be doing written work when you will be here in this school. Okay, now let me know if till here everything is clear. Beta, let me know if till here everything is clear. Write down in the chat window if you have any problem, if I need to repeat something again and again. What about others? Only Khizra is replying. Yes, Saad Anjum, Afan Adnan, Abdul Rahman, Abdullah Khan, Aliya Uzair Bhatti, Alina Abid, Aman Khurram, Amara Khan, Amna Hasham, Iraj Fatima, Ishmael Khanam, Hafsa Nawal, Hamza Madni, Hira Talpur, Hamna Asaf, Ilsa Tanzir, Isma Mohsin, Izra Ali, Asfar Amjad, Hamza Zahid, Maaz Farooq, Maha Mushtuba, Minahil Asif, Malahim, Muhammad Ali. I am asking everyone if till here everything is clear. Okay, so let's move to next substance, that is irritating or stimulative substances. Irritating or stimulative substances. Let's check what is the meaning of irritating and stimulative substances. Let's check the meaning of irritative and stimulative substances. Irritating substances. Irritating substances. Irritative substances may include acid, alkaline materials such as soaps and detergents, fabric softener, solvents, and other chemicals. Very irritating chemicals may cause a reaction after just a short period of contact. Now, let's see what are the examples of. First of all, their symbol. The symbol of irritating substance is this. Okay, symbol of irritating substances is this cross sign. Okay, if you can see cross sign anywhere, it means uh, the container or that space is contained of irritating substances. Now see examples. Let's see the example. Examples of irritating substances like different elements, and there are so many things which we use in our daily life which are irritating substances. Let's check what is given in your in irritating substances. The things which are given in your book are chloroform, alcohol, bromine vapor. Bromine vapor are the vapors that comes in the fume form from element bromine. It is actually a gas. It is poisonous gas. It is irritating or poisonous gas. So bromine vapor, chloroform, alcohol, or bromine vapor. These are the few examples of irritating or stimulative substances. So how do we handle them? We should avoid inhaling the vapor of stimulative substances. Means we should not inhale the vapors of alcohol, chloroform, or bromine vapors. We use them in a fume chamber. Use them in a fume chamber means they are tightly closed. They are placed in a tightly closed chamber or in gas cylinders. Okay, so that the fumes cannot come out and we cannot inhale them. Understood? Understood, everyone? So bromine vapors, chloroform, alcohol, these are the few examples of irritating substances. Now the last one is radioactive substances. The symbol for radioactive substances, you must have seen such this type of symbol, this fan-like symbol somewhere where it is written radioactive substances. So what are radioactive substances? Actually, the radioactive substances are those substances or those actually these are the elements. Okay, these are the elements or atoms of the particular elements which are very unstable. Unstable means they are not stable. They keep on breaking down. They keep on decaying. They decay, they break down due to some reasons. During their decay, they give off energy in the form of rays. They give off energy. During their decay, they give off energy, and these energy in the form of rays are dangerous for us. Right? Like here it is written radioactive. The examples are given radioactive substances radioactive carbon, uranium, plutonium. So follow, how do we handle them? Follow strictly all safety precautions when handling radioactive substances. We should follow strictly all safety precautions when handling radioactive substances. Here I want to tell you radioactive substances are actually, these are radioactive substances. Here you can see if there is a decay of an element when the, like here, it is unstable. It is unstable element. It's the nucleus of unstable element. When it breaks down, due to any reason, when it breaks down, it liberates or gives off energy in the form of rays. Like here, they have shown us the rays like beta rays and gamma rays and alpha rays. So alpha rays, beta rays and gamma rays. These rays, they are actually radioactive rays and they are deadly for humans. So they are used for making deadly weapons, but sometimes some rays, if we use them properly for the medical, if we use them in a right way, if these rays are used in a right way, like beta radiations and alpha radiations, then can be used for medical treatment of cancer. Okay, they can be used for medical treatment of different, besides cancer or other different diseases. So radioactive rays, here they have shown as radioactive material like uranium, plutonium, or radioactive material of carbon. They are dangerous and they can be used according to the given instruction. And here in this picture, they have shown us that, let's check. Effects of radiation, like here it is written, radioactive materials, when they emit rays, what is radioactivity? The ability to emit radiation, things like light rays that can penetrate material. So they can insert or penetrate into human body. Like you have seen that how the x-rays are being taken in the hospital, like MRI or like some other scans are being taken. They are actually, they may, doctors or technicians, they make use of these radioactive rays. They are harmful at times, but they can be taken care or they can be handled properly, so they cannot be, they can be used in a right way. Okay, they can be used in a right way. So yes, so radioactive substances should be handled according to the instructions given. They can be handled according to the instructions given. Right now, look at here, the in this column of symbol, if this fire like symbol is being pasted, it means if on any container, for instance on any gas container or any liquid container, if this type of symbol is there, it means the fire symbol shows that it is a flammable substance. Okay, it has flammable substances in it. Then if this type of symbol is there, it means explosive substances. Explosive substances. Okay. This type of symbol, it shows corrosive substance. If this skull and bone symbol, it shows that the container contains poisonous or toxic substance. Okay. It contains poisonous or toxic substance. If this cross sign is there, it means irritating or stimulative substance. If this fan like symbol is there on the container, it means it is a radioactive substance. It contains radioactive substance. So we have learned about the symbols, we have learned about the type of hazardous substances, and we also have learned about the proper handling. Okay, till here, please let me know through chat window if this is clear. So we will move to next topic. Yes, beta, let me know through chat window. Let me know if this is clear. Yes, Hamna. Saad Anjum, this is clear. Madani, is this clear? Fajra Ali, Aliya Uzair Bhatti, Hafsa Nawal, Alina Abid. Everyone, please write down in the chat box if till here everything is clear. In exams or in tests, it comes like I will give you the symbol and I ask you the name of the substance for the symbol, this particular symbol is used. Or we can ask you write down the examples for poisonous substances or corrosive substances like this. Or we should also ask write down the proper handling for flammable substance, or how do we handle radioactive substances. So this entire table is very important. Okay, this entire table is very important. Please write down important for this table. On the book, write down important for this table. Now, next we are going to here the examples of hazardous substances. Like here they have shown the paints and some paints, they are flammable, like as well as poisonous substances as well. Acids in the bottle. Acids are never acid should not be kept in a water bottles, because if they are kept, children may think that it's a water or some drinks, they drink it. However, it's very dangerous to keep the corrosive substances like acid or alkali in a water bottle. Likewise, uranium. This is the radioactive substance. Okay, uranium is a radioactive substance. You can find it glowing because it is kept in a container, glass container. It's very dangerous. When it comes in contact with the human skin or human body, it penetrates and it causes damage to our internal organs. So it can be used as per the doctor's or scientist's instruction. Petrol is a petrol is a flammable substance. It cannot be kept or bring near the fire or heat, so it can catch fire instantly. Okay, now next, there are few questions are shown on the screen. I want you people to start writing the answer of these questions one by one. Now write down the answer. Why an artist needs to know science? We have discussed it in our first class. Why an artist needs to know science? If some of you have some of you are fond of drawing with watercolor or with oil colors, why is it necessary for you to know the science? When you are mixing the colors, when you are painting any drawing, like you are painting the flowers or you are coloring the flowers or some other things you have drawn, why is it necessary for you to know the science? Write down the answer in the chat box. What is a radioactive substance? Isma, radioactive substances are those substances, actually these are atoms of the elements which are very unstable. These are they are not stable. They cannot retain their forms. They keep on breaking, they keep on decaying, and when they decay, they liberate some rays, some energy in the form of alpha, beta, and gamma rays. This is called radiation, and they are dangerous for human body or any living structure. Okay, for any living thing, it is deadly. But if they are used properly in a right way, they can be used for treating the diseases. Okay. So Iraj, write down the there are two reasons given: mixing of colors, and another one in your book on page number 2. It is given why an artist needs to know science. If you want, you can turn on the page. Why an artist needs to know science. I made you underline or highlight those points. Why an artist needs to know science. An artist needs to know science to know the mixing of colors to or the material of the paints or material of the color. Okay. Next is painting things of material. Mixing of colors, painting things of materials. Okay. Define hypothesis. Define hypothesis. Like I suggest that light travels in a straight line. It is a hypothesis. So it is a suggested explanation. Like I suggest that this we can take our classes better through if we are conducting the online classes, we can say this internet is much better. It has given us more signals to continue our class. Another one, another like Zone, we have so many internet service providers, so we can suggest anyone. So this is the hypothesis. Okay. So define hypothesis. It is a suggested explanation. What happens when an experiment proves correct? Now, this answer can be given by you people. If the experiment proves correct, what it becomes? Yes, can anybody? Yes. Test. Test is the experiment. Test is the experiment. Yes, theory. Right. Right. Yes, good. This is Saad Anjum. Saad, excellent beta. When our test or experiment are same thing. When our test or experiment proves correct, it becomes a theory or law, right? Law of sciences or theory. What are flammable substances? Write down the answer in the chat box. What are flammable substances? I have repeated it again and again. What are flammable substances? No, I'm not asking for the examples. I am asking for the definition. What are the flammable substances? How do we define them? Is it good for them to bring them near open fire? Is it good for them to bring them near open fire? Or we should not bring them near open fire? Substances that burn, no. Keep flammable substances away from fire, Alina. This is right. This is the heading. But why? Because they can catch fire instantly. They are flammable substances that can catch fire quickly or instantly when we bring them near open fire. Okay, now next, whom do you report in case of any accident in the science laboratory? Write down the name of the person. Whom do you report in case of any accident in the science laboratory? Agar lab mein if something happens wrong with you, whom do you tell? Yes, this is very easy. Yes, to the teacher. Yes. Last one, how should we handle corrosive substance? How should we handle corrosive substances? The time is getting over. Just 10 seconds are left. Whom do we? Yes. Okay, we should discuss it in the class. Thank you for your time and concentration. Please read all these pages when you will be here in the school before coming on Monday. Okay. Thank you, Allah Hafiz. Take care, everyone.